Hiya, I hope you're doing well. My name is Lexi Hopson Hill and I left Godolphin in 2013 after being a boarder there from first year all the way through to the end of the sixth form. Now I'm a software developer but with an aerospace engineering degree, so I'm going to tell you about what I do and how I got here. I work for Nationwide Building Society in the mobile banking app team, and I've been here for almost a year. I'm one of 5 people programming the app for hundreds of thousands of people. So what do I mean by programming the app? Well, most apps that you have on your phone will often be updated with new features and new looks, and that's the same for the banking apps. In fact, we have a lot more updates than most because our regulators bring in new rules quite often. For example, a current one is being able to authorise online purchases using the app. Then there are features that users, Nationwide, and our team want to bring in. Something we're working on at the moment is adding the ability to change your address in the app. And as a developer, I have to actually implement these changes. So coding the front end is about creating the screens that you see on your phone, telling it what text to show, what order everything needs to be in, what buttons go where, and what colours to use. Then there's coding the back end, which users don't see. So once you press a button, we tell it what that button means, where it should go, what database it needs to connect with, what information it needs to retrieve, and what checks it needs to do on that information before passing it to the front end to display to you. But how do these changes go from ideas to reality? There are about 10 of us in our team. As well as the developers, there are a couple of testers, someone who's in charge of the design documentation, a product owner who brings the potential features to the team, and a scrum master who makes sure that we're always on track. We work in 2-week sprints, which is part of what's called the agile way of working, and this is being taken on by most software development companies worldwide. At the beginning of each 2 weeks, we look at the features that we want to implement and how much time each will take, and we choose which ones we want to do in that fortnight. We have an online to-do list to track the team's progress so that we can see who's working on what and which task we should pick up next. So it's a job that we can easily do from home just with a laptop and an internet connection. How did I get into software development? Well, I didn't actually do a computer science degree, or for that matter, any programming at all before I started my job. So I started at Nationwide on a development programme, specifically for people who wanted to get into software engineering without any experience. So we had a lot of training before starting in our teams. If I had had any experience, be that a computer science degree or just proof of software skills built through coding in my own time, I could have gone straight into my role in the banking app team. One of the great things about software development is that you can do it in your spare time for free, and so you can actually gain experience without having a job in it. If you have a logical mind and gain satisfaction from creating things, I would highly recommend giving it a go if you haven't already. So what degree do I have? I have a master's degree in aerospace engineering. My degree took 5 years because as well as the 3 years bachelor's degree, I added in a placement year and a master's year. I can't recommend a placement year enough. It helps you to decide what job you do or don't want once you leave uni. It gives you real experience that you can put on your CV. And if you enjoy it and make a good impression, you can often get an offer in a graduate programme. My engineering job between graduating and coming to Nationwide was at GE Aviation, and we were redesigning a whole factory. So I was leading the projects looking at finishing propeller blades. So could we have a paint vending machine rather than hand mixing the paints, and an automated line that took the blades through the paint shop for us? The typical engineering roles that you might get out of uni would be designing parts and systems, overseeing manufacturing, and being involved with improvement projects to lower costs and increase efficiency. Engineering degrees generally open a lot of doors. I didn't know exactly what path I wanted to follow when I applied to do engineering, but I knew that it wouldn't narrow my options as much as if I'd done a more specific degree. As well as the technical skills like fluid mechanics and statics, they focus on soft skills like teamwork, planning, leadership, adaptability, and applying theory to practice through multiple group projects. These transferable skills are really important to employers because so many people apply who have the qualifications they're after, so their decision of who to employ is just based on how you come across. Technical skills can be learnt relatively easily, as I did with programming, but good soft skills and a strong work ethic are essential because an employer wants to know that they can put you in a role and you can be relied upon to be a team player, take responsibility for your tasks, be determined in the face of a challenge, and be committed. Thank you very much for listening to my story and advice. If you have any questions about engineering degrees or jobs, software development, or even being a woman in technology, feel free to get in contact through Godolphin. Take care and good luck.